Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, my today's topic is the evolution. It is for class 10th. What is evolution and what are the evidences for evolution? Evolution, the word evolution has been derived from the Latin word evolvere, which means to unroll or unfold. Evolution is a kind of gradual unfolding or formation of the new organisms from the pre-existing primitive organisms through slow and steady changes. So evolution is the sequence of gradual changes which take place in the primitive organisms over millions of years, in which new species are produced. Since the evolution is of the living organisms, so it is also called organic evolution. It is thought that it is through the constant process of evolution taking place in the organisms since the origin of life that such an enormous variety of plants and animals have come to exist on this earth. Now, the evidences for evolution. A number of common features of different kinds of organisms provide evidence in favor of evolution because they can be considered to have evolved from the common ancestor. Some of the important sources which provide evidences for evolution are homologous organs, analogous organs, and fossils. Homologous organs, those organs which have the same basic structure but different functions are called homologous organs. The homologous organs provide evidence for evolution. For example, the forelimb of a man, a lizard, a frog, a bird, and a bat seem to be built from the same basic design of bones, but they perform different functions. The forelimbs of a man are used for grasping, the forelimbs of a lizard are used for running, the forelimbs of a bird and bat are modified for flying. Since the forelimbs of a man, a lizard, a frog, a bird, and a bat have similar structures but they perform different functions, they are the homologous organs. The presence of homologous forelimbs in humans, a lizard, a frog, bird, and a bat indicate that all these forelimbs have evolved from a common ancestral animal which had a basic design limb. Then analogous organs. Analogous organs provide evidence for evolution. Those organs which have different basic structure but have similar appearance and perform similar functions are called analogous organs. The analogous organs provide evidence for evolution. For example, the wings of an insect and a bird have different structures but they perform the same function of flying. Since the wings of insects and birds have different structures but perform similar functions, they are the analogous organs. The presence of analogous organs indicates that even the organisms have organs with different structures can adopt to perform similar functions for their survival under hostile environmental conditions. Then fossils, the remains or impressions of dead animals or plants that lived in the remote past are known as fossils. The fossils provide evidence for evolution. For example, a fossil bird called Archaeopteryx looks like a bird, but it has many other features which are found in reptiles. This is because Archaeopteryx has feathered wings like those of birds, but teeth and tail like those of reptiles. Archaeopteryx is therefore a connecting link between the reptiles and birds, and hence suggests that the birds have evolved from the reptiles. Thus, fossils provide evidence that the present animals and plants have originated from the previously existing ones through the process of continuous evolution. How fossils are formed: usually when organisms, plants or animals die, their bodies will decompose by the action of microorganisms in the presence of oxygen, moisture. Sometimes, however, the conditions in the environment are such like absence of oxygen or moisture, which do not let the body of the organism to decompose completely. It is such body of an organism which we get as fossil on digging the earth. Fossils are obtained by digging into the earth.